Good morning, children. How are you? I hope you people are fine and safe in your house. And today I'm going to continue the same poem, How to Tell Wild Animal, written by Caroline Wells. So let me tell you something. I would be revising all the important points. I've already discussed the background and the summary of the poem. So I will be telling you something more about the writer Caroline Wells. So first about the poet, then the explanation of the poem. Now, Carolyn Wells was an American poet. She was born in Rahway, New Jersey, in the United States of America on 18th June 1862 to Anna Wells and William Wells. She was married to Hadwin Hongston. After finishing her school, she worked as a librarian for the Rahway Library Associate. Her first book was published in 1896. So she was an American poet. Now, children, I told you about the theme or the central idea of the poem, that the poetess Caroline Wells treats children ferocious animal and beast with a quote of gentleness. This is a children a weird, that is a very strange poem. If you will, I already told you about the poem and you must be feeling there is no certain points of value in this poem, not a very great message in this poem. But children, this poem is generally written for humor. In such a busy and tense life, I think humor is a must. So she want that we should also have a smile on our face and we should, children, laugh a bit. She wanted to show that this humorous poem suggests some dangerous ways to identify for to tell what wild animal is that. So through humor, she wanted to tell what type of dangerous animal you will be meeting in the forest. So this was her main message, children. Nothing very what to say, uh, nothing to learn, but it is simply for humor that she is writing the poem. The humor is created by various beasts of prey differently. Like the Bengal tiger is noble but eats you in the moment he notices you. So see the humorous point here. At one point she is telling Bengal tiger is very noble. Noble means he's very gentle, he is very good. And the in next line she is telling, but he is, as soon as he sees you, he eats. So people have a smile in their face that the two opposite points she is mentioning. At the same time she is telling that the tiger is noble, and at other time she is telling that he eats, he eats, he eats the moment he see you, he eats it. Okay, then the leopard with a peppered spot will only lap and lap again. So the lap and lap is there to have a rhyming scheme. There's nothing particular word meaning here. So crocodile is weeping and hyena is merry, but weird smile deceive their victims. So at first hyena and crocodile is weeping and hyena is merry. Merry is happy, but children, they are deceptive. Deceptive means they can deceive you any moment. So the style of the poem is humorous. The humorous poem suggests some dangerous way to identify wild animals. The use of words and emotion are not only humorous but ironical as well. It is ironical that the noble Bengal tiger eats you the moment he sees you. It does no good to roar with pain when you are in front of the spotted leopard. The friendly hug of the bear is deadly. The weird but merry smile of hyena and weeping of crocodile from their victim to death. Now I will also tell you, after reading the poem, the rhyming scheme of the poem here. And the poet takes liberties with the language to create the desired poetic effect. For example, the words leapt and leapt in the third stanza are deliberately not spelled correctly to create the rhyming effect. So now children, I would like to revise once more the important points of the lesson. That if you go by chance to the jungle of the country lying in the eastern part of the city, you will see a grand and majestic wild animal. So she is not mentioning the western part, she is mentioning the eastern part. So she is telling you will see a grand and majestic wild beast. If in those thick forests, if you see a large and terrible animal with dark yellowish skin, you should be sure that he is the Asiatic lion. And if he roars loudly and the roar terrifies you to death, then you are hearing the roar of an Asiatic lion. If you are roaming around in the forest and you see a noble beast, you must understand that you are face to face with the Bengal tiger. This noble beast has black stripe over his yellowish hide. He is so quick that the moment you notice him, he will eat you at once. This is the simple rule of distinguishing the Bengal tiger. Now children, third stanza. If you are walking leisurely in the forest and if you see a beast, it might be a leopard. His hide, his whole body is covered with dark spots. The moment he sees his prey, he bounces upon it. He attacks his prey suddenly. There is no escape from him even if you cry with pain. He will continue jumping at you and start eating you before you understand that he is a leopard. If you are walking around your yard, you may meet a creature there. The moment he sees you, he hugs you very hard. If he does it so, you must be sure that you are hugged by a bear. If you have any doubt in your mind, then he will just give you another tight hug. This hug may seem friendly, but it can be fatal. It is not an easy job for an inexperienced person to distinguish beasts of prey. He will be confused in distinguishing them. He may not be able to distinguish between a hyena and a crocodile. Hyena are very deceptive. What is the meaning of deceptive? The person who deceives us, जो धोखा देता है. They will attack their victim with weird smile. What is the meaning of weird smile? A strange smile. And kill them. So children, at the time they are smiling also at you, friendly smile, and at another moment they are going to kill you. Crocodile pretend to be weeping before attacking and killing their victims. A true chameleon is a small animal. It looks like a lizard. It has no ears at all. It doesn't have a single wing either. If you see only this creature on the tree and not on any other thing, you must be sure that you are seeing a chameleon. So these were the all important points of the chapter of the poem written by Caroline Wells. Now children, the Asiatic lion, the chestnut poem begin with the Asiatic lion with a grand and majestic, which is a grand and majestic wild beast. And if it is found in the jungle of the, it is found in the jungle of the eastern side of the country. It is a huge yellowish colored beast. It roars terribly loud, and its loud roar can terrify you to death. Then if you meet such ferocious and powerful animal, you must be sure that he is the Asian lion. The Bengal tiger again is a noble beast according to the Caroline Wells. The tiger has black stripe all over his yellowish hide. The moment you see him, he will not spare, but he will eat you at once. When you are strolling for a forest, you can find a beast. It is a leopard. His hide is peppered with a spot. There is no escape from him even if you cry in pain. That is, he will never leave you. First of all, he will attack suddenly. And even if you will cry, he will never leave you. And at the moment, without wasting any point, he is going to eat you. There is no escape from him even if you cry in pain. Okay. Then if you're walking in your yard, you can face to face with bear. The bear hugs you very hard, so hard that you can die also. And his hug is For the people, he is showing that he is loving you, but at the moment in that hug, the hug is so hard that you may die. It may bring your death. So an inexperienced person can't distinguish beast of prey. He will not be able to discuss a hyena from a crocodile. Hyena and crocodile have very deceptive appearance. Hyena smile merrily before attacking and killing their victims. Crocodile pretend to be weeping before pouncing upon their prey and killing them. A true chameleon is a small animal like a lizard. He has no ears at all, and neither it has a wing. So in this way you can identify him. If you see such a creature on a tree, then you are seeing a chameleon. So I already, children, discussed the first and second paragraph, and now today we are going to do the third paragraph. I'm going to read that third paragraph. Okay. If strolling forth, okay. If strolling forth a beast you, this is paragraph third, which I'm going to explain you. If strolling forth a beast you view, whose hide with spot is peppered, as soon as he has leapt on you, you will know it is the leopard. I will do no good to roar with pain. He will only leap and leap again. So I'm going to write few word meaning. Okay. So first of all, strolling means walking leisurely. So what is the meaning of strolling? To walk in a leisurely way. Then forth, ahead. Forth means ahead, and view is see. View is see. Hide. Children, here hide doesn't means to hide. Here hide means skin, and spot means mark. Hide means skin, and spots means marks. Hide means skin and spot means marks. Peppered. Peppered. Peppered means scattered. This is a new word. Scattered. That means all over his body there are, the marks are peppered. Peppered means scattered. Then leapt is jumped. Okay. Once again I revise these words with you. Strolling means walking leisurely. Forth means ahead. This is one word. Okay, then view means to see. Hide means skin. Spots means mass. Peppered means scattered. So few more new words I'm going to write. Okay. Like leapt, you can leapt means to jump. Okay, and then this word leopard. Leopard, I think we all know leopard is an animal. Okay. Tea will do no good. Tea will do no good means it will be no use of, it will not be of any use. Pain is suffering. Leap and leap again. Leap and leap again, important word. This is very important word. Leap and leap again. Children, leaped What is the meaning of leapt? I just told you, jumped. And here also means leap and leap again, jumped at you again and again. Jump at you again and again. So now I'm going to do the explanation of this part. If strolling forth a beast you, that means children, you are walking leisurely somewhere and you meet a beast. You encounter a beast, that means a wild animal, whose hide with spot is peppered. That means, and children, whose hide has a spot is, and children, his whole skin is hiding with spot, which is all scattered all over his body. That means, children, his skin is having a spot. I think you know that a leopard has a spots, round spots in his body. Okay, brownish color is his skin, and the other skin is of brownish color. And children, there is what to say, round spots is there, and the whole spot is scattered all over his body, and it hides him. So, whose hides and with spot is peppered. As soon as he has leapt on you, and children, he don't even see you, he simply jumped at you. He's so dangerous that he did not even a second he will let you think. As soon as he sees you, he jumps at you. You will know it is a leopard. And the moment, children, if somebody will jump at you, that wild beast is leopard. Tea will do no good. Tea will do not good. It will be not be of any use to roar with pain. So children, the moment he will jump you, his nails will come inside your body, the strong claws, the nails will go inside your body, and he will put his teeth inside your skin. So even if you will start crying in pain on seeing him, and children, on seeing him, even if you will see him and you will start crying in pain, it will be of no use, because he will only lap and lap again. He will simply jump at you again. Okay, he will simply jump at you and he will eat you. So that animal is, what is that animal? That animal is leopard. So you can see the leopard when you are strolling forth in a forest, student. The dark spots are there all over his body. It is scattered all over his body to hide him. He will only jump at you again and again. So children, it will do you no good crying in pain before him. So this is all. So that animal, if that animal will jump at you suddenly, it is a leopard. Now stanza 4. If when you are walking around your yard, now children, if when you are walking around your yard, you meet a creature there who hugs you very, very hard, be sure it is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more kiss. So first I am going to write the word meaning of these important words, and then your yard. Your yard means in your ground. Your yard. In your ground. That means the lawn area or the outer area of your house. Then creature is animal. Hugs means embraces. Hugs means embraces tightly. And then very hard is hold tightly. Very hard is hold tightly. Be sure. You must be sure. Then doubts, suspects. I guess. I make a guess. One more cares. One more hug. I guess. That means I make a guess. Okay. And then one more cares. That means one more hug. One more care is one more hug. Okay, so now I'm going to explain you the poem. That if when you are walking around your yard, that means children, if you're walking around your courtyard, you meet a creature there, and if you meet a creature there, if you're walking towards a courtyard and you meet a creature there, children, creature means any not domestic animal, here wild animal, who hugs you very hard, who hugs you, he embraces you very hard, very tightly, he hugs you. Be sure it is bear. So which animal that might be? It is a bear. If you have any doubts, I guess he will give you just one more guess. And if you are having any doubt, any suspects whether he's a bear or not, I make a guess that one more care, he will give you one more hug. So children, and that hug is can prove very fatal to you. You may die also, because the tightly he hold you very tightly and he hugs you, so that may prove fatal also. So when you are walking around your yard, you can meet a creature there. Which creature it might be? That creature will hug you very hard, and that creature is bear. He will give you, if he hugs you, be sure that it is a bear, and he will give you one more cares. Okay, one more cares means one more hug. So children, this was stanza 4. Now we are here for the 5th stanza. Let's talk about 5th stanza. Though to distinguish beast of prey, a novice might be non-plus. The crocodile you always may tell from the hyena thus. Hyena comes with merry smiles, but if they weep, they are crocodiles. So children, once again I am going to write the important word meaning. Okay, and here you can see now the next animal. You can guess. I've already told you the important points of the poem. You can guess which animal it might be. So children, I'm going to write the important word meaning of the 5th stanza. So first of all, though means although. Okay, although. Distinguish, to find the difference. To find the difference. Distinguish means to find the difference. Beast of prey, animal which hunt other animal. a novice, an inexperienced, or an inexperienced person. Novice. An inexperienced person. Nonplus, confuse. Then hyena we know, crocodile we know. Okay, thus merry, merry we know, happiness. If they weep, that means weep means to cry. So these are all the new words. Once again I revise. Though means although. Distinguish means to find the difference. Beast of prey, animal which hunt another animal. Novice, an inexperienced person. Non-plus is confused. So these are all the important word of the lesson. So now let me, children, discuss with you the poem, Stranger 5 of this poem. Though to distinguish beast of prey. Now, children, a novice might nonplus. It for a novice, that means for an inexperienced person, it is not an easy job to distinguish among wild animal and beast of prey. That means, children, even we are novice. We don't have experience of all this. So it is very difficult to distinguish the animals. The crocodile you may always may tell from the hyena. Thus hyena came with merry smile, but if they weep, they are crocodile. And children, still many people, they have not seen, especially in the village area, they have not seen TV, they have not gone to the zoo, they have not have internet, so they cannot distinguish between hyena or crocodile. So it will always be quite easy for you to distinguish between a crocodile and a hyena. Now the poet is telling, I will tell you something how to distinguish a crocodile and a hyena. Hyena always come smiling happily, and then it will attack you. And if the animal, the beast, it will weep, that animal is crocodile. So a novice, that means an inexperienced person, confused in distinguish beast of prey. Hyena comes with a merry smile. Crocodiles always weep. So this is a major difference, and in this way you can distinguish between them. So the poem How to Tell Wild Animal, which is written by Caroline Ware, she is telling how to distinguish some particular animal, and here she has given the example of hyena and crocodile. Okay, if crocodile come with a tears in its eyes, and hyena children, it smile. Okay, so now the last paragraph of the poem. The true chameleon is small, a lizard sort of thing. He hasn't any ears at all and not a single wing. If there is nothing on the tree, 'tis the chameleon you see. Children, chameleon is a, I think it changes its color and it looks like lizard. I think everybody, you people have been studying science also in men's science book of the junior classes. You must have seen the about chameleon. So it is a lizard-like creature, and I think lizard, we all know it's very common creature nowadays. We can see lizard on the walls. Okay, it's a very small reptile. So a true chameleon is a small creature like a lizard. He doesn't have any ears at all. Now does he have a single wing? If you don't find any other creature except him, then you must be sure that you are seeing a lizard sitting on the tree. So children, a true chameleon is a very small creature like a lizard. He doesn't have any ears. How you will recognize him? That he don't have any ears and he don't have any wings. If you don't find any other creature except him, then you must be sure that you are seeing a lizard sitting on the tree. So children, the writer is telling a true chameleon is a small like lizard. A lizard also don't have, a lizard doesn't have uh, any ears and wings. A chameleon doesn't have a single wing also. If there is nothing on the tree, then it is chameleon. So children, in this way the writer, this is with, I finished the explanation of the poem. In my next class we can discuss the question and answer. Okay, so in this manner children, I have told you, I have explained all the 6 stanza of the poem, and with this I conclude my video here. Thank you and have a nice day ahead.